Hello, John McConnell here with San Diego Homesearch.org. And today we're going to present you with a quick review. We do this fairly frequently. We're going to try to do it once a week. It's been probably twice a month lately. A Poway Homes for Sale market report. We're going to see the stats. We're going to determine whether it's a buyer or seller's market. This is essentially what I do when working with buyers or sellers to get an idea of how aggressive we want to be with the pricing, and also the expectation and how quickly a buyer might have to react if they find a home they're interested in. We discuss those things with our buyers and sellers, but this is information that should apply for everybody interested in it, whether you're working with myself or one of the other agents in my brokerage, or your own or on your own. So here, let me pull up. We'll start with the data. I'm going to pull you over and slide on this screen share, and we should be ready to go. I'll double click it. There we go. Okay, you should be seeing that any moment now. And I shall begin. This is Poway. This is data from our MLS, so it's going to be far better than most of the data you see on the net, which is generally from the national portals, data that has it's pasted together from a lot of sources and tax records, whereas this is actual data on the MLS. So we have, and this is where I like to start. I'm going to move the microphone here so I can see the screen better. Sorry about that bumping noise if you heard it. Now, a month's supply of inventory. This is based on actual closed. We'll also click on, I'll show you, it's usually the exact same thing, the forecast, which is based on things that are pending. In our market, it's almost always similar. We can see that we have a supply that's moving up. And this is consistent. Our buyers, even though they sometimes are in multiple offer situations, are like, well, let's not get too aggressive here because there are other homes we're interested in. I have not heard that from buyers very much in the past, and I think it's accurate. It's our little microcosm work in our brokerage. This is why we go to the data to see the overall thing, but that's what we're sensing. That's what my agents are telling me the buyers are working with are. That's what people have told me. That's what, right now I'm telling people about listing their home, and this is what I found in their markets too. More, for instance, one home is down near downtown San Diego. So we're seeing this all over. This might be a little more apparent here on this chart than saying Carlsbad, but we're sensing it in Carlsbad too. So inventory is going up. And how does that happen, or how do we know, or how do we confirm that? Well, let's look at active listings. Active listings are going up. I would suspect new listings are going up. Pending sales they did well. So we definitely soaked up some of that inventory and sold it. Sold listings are definitely soaking up the inventory. So we have a pretty active market. We have good selection, just in many other parts of San Diego. So my take on this, if you're a buyer and you see a home you like, or it's well priced, or it has other great amenities, there's probably going to be competition for it. So as a buyer, you want to be ready to act quickly. You want to talk to us about getting you set up on the fastest data feed that we have. You probably want to have yourself prepared to make a strong looking offer, which would mean setting up, getting a pre-approval from a lender, or getting a snapshot or a PDF of your bank account that has the down payment money in it. So we can and a story. Sometimes it helps when I'm talking to buyer. I'm a listing agent too. When buyer's agents call me up and tell me how solid their buyers are, I frequently pass that. If I believe it, I pass that information along to my seller. And so, we want to prepare you to look like a strong buyer. And if you want the property, we want to tell the buyer's agents why you want that property to help you beat out the competition. So you want to be prepared for that, working with your agent. Secondly, if you're selling, what does this mean? I think because there is now competition, I'm telling you, one of my listings we saw, one of my clients was way overpriced out of the market, but I couldn't really tell her she was wrong because other listings were there competing just a block away from her in Carlsbad. And now, but I was like, these prices are unrealistic. They're too far above the market, above the comps, but there is no inventory, so I couldn't tell her not to do it. But sure enough, now more listings have come on for a lower price and a better value. And now it's unlikely, I think, she would sell her house at that price. Although, if you know the house I'm talking about, make us offers because my seller wants to sell. So that's what's going on. We want to be a little more realistic about our pricing and our desires. I mean, there are lots of ways to market for a property and find the strong buyer pool, but the reality is there is some competition for your listings. But if, again, you have a great house, shows well, lots of demand for your neighborhood, you can still be aggressive with your pricing. So in short, it's a good market for everyone. Well, it's a better market for buyers. It's a good market for transactions, and it's still, based on the inventory data, it's still a seller's market, just not as big a seller's market as it was. The other thing is, if you're in Poway or San Diego or any of these places, I think we don't really know how this water shortage thing is going to work out, because the courts have gotten involved and sort of stopped Sacramento's plans. But if you're selling your home and it's still got a nice lawn in front of it, it's probably going to look better. I think I'd be selling it now. Buyers, I mean, I live in Poway. I don't think Poway cares whether we have nice lawns or not. You're still going to want to, if you want to live in Poway, you're still going to want to live here. I'd say 10 or 20% of the neighbors have, no, it's too high. It's probably 10%, already have landscaping that is drought resistant. So, it wouldn't stop me from buying, but just know it might be difficult to keep your lawn, especially your backyard, looking beautiful. John McConnon, Poway Market Report. Thanks.